by thanking the organizers. I know it took quite a lot of effort to bring us all together, and it's a great achievement, and as Mazen and Haidar mentioned and Lubna mentioned yesterday, you also provided a great opportunity for us to meet, and we are very grateful to you for this opportunity to meet you and to meet each other. It's easier because of the Israeli oppression to meet here than to meet in Palestine, where we should meet. And hopefully one day we all be there without the need to go to frozen hills of Stuttgart to create joint life. And I think that's the gist of the Zionist story, that it doesn't allow people to lead normal life and to be normal friends, that they need to go through all that hardship in order to fulfill a very elementary human impulse to live together. We live in very bizarre times. On the one hand, we could not have wished as activists for a better Israeli government. I think that this particular government makes any sophisticated analysis of what Zionism in Israel is all about quite redundant. It's very easy to expose not only the Israeli policies, but also the racist ideology behind them. On the other hand, Israel is the most successful economy in the West in the last 3 years. It has done much better than Germany, much better than most of the economic powers of the West. Its banking system is very stable. Its currency is one of the strongest in the world, and it doesn't suffer at all from all the hardships that have affected the Western economy and capitalist economy in the last 3 years. The result is a very bewildering gap between what average and decent people in the West think about Israel and the way the Israelis, especially the Israeli Jews, think about themselves. They think that they live in a very successful society. They believe that the Arab-Israeli conflict is over, that the Palestine question has ended. Yes, you have a problem in Gaza. Yes, you have a problem with Hezbollah in Lebanon, but this is a global problem. It's not a particular Israeli problem. This is part of the so-called war against terror. We also live in bizarre times because despite, and Haidar and Mazen talked about it yesterday in very detailed way, so I don't have to repeat it, we also live in a time where particular and specific Israeli policies are severely criticized. People go and demonstrate against the massacre in Gaza. People go and demonstrate against the attack on the flotilla to Gaza. And yet, nobody dares to attack the ideology that is behind these policies. There is no demonstration against Zionism, because the European Parliament even regards a demonstration against Zionism as anti-Semitism. Imagine in the days of apartheid South Africa, if you were not allowed to demonstrate against the apartheid in South Africa, but only against the Soweto massacre. And this is still a great Israeli success. And Germany plays a very important role in this success. That the main problem And the main reason for the criminal policies is not analyzed, is not discussed, is not touched upon. Only the symptoms. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, but I know that if you deal with the symptoms and not with the cause of the illness, you don't cure the patient. So I think that what we really need as activists, and it's easier to talk to you than I think to talk to people who know nothing about the conflict or are totally on the other side of the coin, that we have to change a little bit what we are doing. Not in terms of our very successful BDS campaign or the kind of things that we do in Germany and elsewhere in solidarity with the Palestinian people. I think this is an impressive chapter in European civil society activity, no less impressive, as was pointed out yesterday, than the chapter in the struggle against apartheid. But we are still, most of us, are still not using the right language. Most of us are still not employing the kind of dictionary that we should employ in order to drive the message home.